You know, the website your grandma's always on. Israel bombs the last functioning hospital in Gaza City, destroying many parts of it. And lastly, a man has been charged in connection with arson at the Pennsylvania government.
I hate fucking Molly for sticking out like that.
All this and
I swear to God, I should not. I played this game before, but that shit still freaks me out, man.
And majority report week. Sam's off on vacation this week, so you're stuck with me all week, but also Russ, also Matt, and our wonderful guests coming up this week. What's up, guys? Another week of insane news, and it's difficult to keep up. Over the weekend, Trump had announced some exemptions to tariffs, and now it's coming out this morning, and the market's kind of rebounded. Now it's coming out this morning and saying, maybe not. China's not backing down. They suspended, in response to this, exports of critical rare minerals and magnets. These specific rare minerals are refined exclusively in China. 90% of the magnets are produced in China, of the ones that are being suspended here. And this is going to piss off defense contractors because they're needed to create weapons. And also automakers, it's a difficult dance because you have the UAW supportive of the tariffs because, you know, we love, of all of the industries that are affected by tariffs, we maybe are closest to being able to manufacture some of these things domestically in the auto industry, but it still is insufficient because, like, these magnets aren't just for EVs, they're also necessary in gasoline-powered cars for some of the functions like steering. So, this is gonna really hurt. It's gonna really hurt.
I was gonna say, bro, did I jump here too soon? Because I know, like, Molly kills this guy or kills his zombie like 60 times.
Like Trump was trying
where have you been? I see you.
Almost purposefully
what were you doing up there?
So that he could lower interest rates and lure the Fed into doing it himself. Which is one of the only last independent part of our financial system, right? The Fed and Powell was doing what they think is best. We don't always agree with that, but Trump was trying to get it to bend to his will. And
I think you got it.
Maybe potentially some insecurity, so people go and buy U.S. Treasury bonds, which is what happens when the stock market tanks because investors are looking for a safer bet.
Some kind of
that's not what happened. Japan started selling off U.S. Treasury bonds, so it was a sell-off because Trump took for granted that people would view the U.S. economy as stable by default, and that's not what happened. There was a surge in Treasury yields, and people started to panic, basically. So we're in a situation now where there's every other day a contradicting policy, and even people in the administration can't seem to keep up. Because at first tariffs were negotiation tactics, but actually just hitting their ways to generate revenue, but actually just hitting their ways to world leaders to push on the country. I mean, who knows what they are? They change it on a day-to-day basis.
And the effectively rewrite the retail manufacturing.
Come on!
Everyone that's trying to penetrate would be a bit upset that they were finding it. They took out a loan for it when the tariffs were high, and said, actually, never mind. There's acceptance for this thing.
Yeah.
Reshore onto American soil.
Even the insecurity that he's creating chills manufacturing. Without coherent policy, it means that people aren't going to take the time and the years and money to invest in America because they don't know if this mad king is going to change domestic trade policy.
Take a look around.
I'll
make sure no stragglers
and they
get
wouldn't
into the
begin with.
store.
I mean, Biden tried this to just incentivize and de-risk investment. That's not actually, you need to consciously invest in certain sectors that you want to grow. And this sort of thing where you expect slight changes in tariffs to affect it all, it's obviously a joke. It's, again, just to get people to negotiate with Trump and also to isolate Trump.
And China actually very much strengthened its position during this period, which was as predictable as anything if you have an adult in the room. And now a guy like Peter Navarro, who is one of the most obvious pranks in the world. We're talking like not even a step up from Sidney Powell, coming up with these bizarre AI-generated trade deficit mathematical equations that it's even too generous to call them mathematical equations given how faulty it is. But yesterday on the Sunday shows, Trump sends out his lackeys to sell to the American public what they're doing. And these shows air at the same time. Here's Howard Lutnick on ABC
I can see where the battery should be.
Okay, don't worry, folks. There will be exemptions for certain products like phones, computers, semiconductors, pharmaceuticals.
Well, if you remember, over the past couple of months, President Trump has called out pharmaceuticals and semiconductors sector tariffs. And those are not available for negotiation. They are just going to be part of making sure we ensure the core national security items that we need to be made in this country. We need to make medicine in this country. We learned it during COVID.
I have about as much for them as they did for the sick and the old and anyone else they didn't think was fit to belong in their little paradise. So yeah,
you agree with progressives on this front. That's why, first, before you do any kinds of tariffs, and tariffs for specific industries would be appropriate, but you would need 5, 6
He came at me up on that rooftop,
heavily
tried to take a
subsidized
bite out
investment in
of
those
me, so I
industries.
took care of business.
And then that may not even be enough, but you need to first develop the capacity to make all of these products at scale, and then you hit the imported goods with the tariffs. We do not have that capacity.
You never really know when those things are all legit.
Semiconductors. Do you know what bill?
You want to get this battery or not? Time's
and
wasted.
engender domestic manufacturing of semiconductors? The CHIPS Act.
I think I can borrow that
The CHIPS Act. It's in the
hook thing of
acronym,
yours.
although obviously also China competition is a part of that.
Hilda and I have been through a lot together.
Onshore that
That's what I
manufacturing
call her.
massively. You know what the Trump administration is
Please,
doing?
can I borrow
They
Hilda?
fired all the probationary employees that were
Hilda.
hired, and their probationary employees
Hilda.
to implement the CHIPS Act to create
I got your promise now.
domestic
Not a scratch.
manufacturing capacity for semiconductors. Trump fired all of them. So there's no ability to do what Lutnick says tariffs are designed to do.
Virtually all semiconductors are made now in Taiwan and in China. It's important that we reshore them. And so the president is going to come out with his policies on semiconductors and pharmaceuticals. They're going to be outside the reciprocal tariffs. And he was just making sure everyone understood that all of these products are outside the reciprocal tariffs, and they're going to have their own separate way of being considered. About the exemption, not about
probably not good.
No shit!
Saying that electronics, a wide range of
Dude, I sort of got the anxiety I feel
Finally, something.
watching, imagining the scenario just being in small, tiny garage, bro.
Why is that move?
Like,
Well, remember, those products are going to be part of the semiconductor sectoral tariffs, which are coming. So you're going to see this week there'll be a register in the Federal Registry.
Got that one off.
Notice put out. That is different types of work. So we're going to do that. We did that in autos. The president's going to do it for pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, but we still got a problem here.
All those products are going to come under semiconductors. And we're going to have a special focus type of tariff.
Okay, follow me.
Those products get reassured. We need to have semiconductors.
Move your ass.
It's made in America. They can't be reliant on Southeast Asia.
imagine that, bro. Small, tiny little garage.
Oh my God! All right, we get it. We get it. So they're not exempt. So wait, the announcement was that they were exempt, but no, they're not exempt. There are other tariffs.
In the future, they're going to be not exempt.
Don't worry, we can take an L on this. Donald Trump didn't realize that we don't have the ability to do this, and this would his defense contractor buddy.
God damn, bro, Molly's
right now, and they're not very happy with the idea.
She's like the better version of Harvey in survival, like agility,
materials that they need for their
skill set. No, she's like better than
So
Lily.
that's what he's saying. That yes,
In terms of like agility and skill set, but
Ever stop complaining?
still has some like Hardy's like
that show
attitude.
is Aaron Lutnick, Commerce Secretary.
More of Lily's, but
over on
still like.
NBC, you have Peter Navarro, the crank responsible for the
Come on,
formula,
what are you, chicken?
Obviously, I'm
on
choosing
saying some contradictory things to the
What did you call me?
to the Commerce Secretary.
Now that you mention it.
You're talking about the fact that the White House has a strategy.
Was he really? Oh yeah, I remember.
The president himself said there would not
Fuck
be
that, dude. That's scary as shit.
Just yesterday, there were exclusions. So is there, in fact, a plan, or is the president making this up as he goes
So
along?
the policy is no exemptions, no exclusions. The policy is
Boom, automatically just in the fucking.
This is really good for the American people to understand. There's like
I think from here we mean,
go about getting fairness for the American people. We started with
Oh, we mean, but
that's an IEPA, the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. And we had a crisis at the border. We
Krista and the other dude.
By the time the show's over, another couple of Americans will be dead from fentanyl in just a short period of time. We did that. So
also, I'm sure now this is the dialogue with Molly. What?
You sure you two don't need any help?
Taking care.
Deaths went down under Biden because in part the administration prioritized
Well, alright.
sending out
But I remember Molly like
drugs that would help
talking to
with
Lee or
deaths,
whatever,
and some harm reduction policies on the federal level.
and then she like disappears.
There's also the trade deficit, but there's also a really important thing, Chris, and this deals with the CHIPS issue you're talking about. That's what we call the Section 232 issue, which is when we have a flood of imports being dumped into certain key strategic sectors, steel, aluminum, chips, pharmaceuticals, as we learned during COVID, we have to take specific action. So what we're doing with chips, the problem, interestingly, for chips, this is very complex stuff, is that we don't buy a lot of chips like in bags, we buy them in products. So what Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick is going to do, is doing as we speak, is an investigation of the chip supply chain, the global stability and resilience, and you will see actions taken based on those investigations on copper. We've already had steel in the room, we already have autos, there will be pharmaceuticals, and there will be chips. And the important thing is, there's three kinds. There's the high-end chips, which is the AI future. Okay, we've got to get control of that. And then there's everything else that fuels our auto.
Dude, my game was glitched, man.
Okay, that I thought that was
so weird.
Fair enough. What did she talk about? Can we put the ticker back up? What Lutnick was saying? Just it says now exempt. Smartphones, other electronics now exempt from tariffs at the same time that Navarro was saying that. I mean, the level of incompetence that we're talking about here,
you might want to go check on them, see if they need any help.
The amount of insecurity that they are creating day by day in
the
economy is irreparable, regardless of whether or not these tariffs go into effect. And I love how they're playing this game of like, oh, it's different. Exemptions are different from exclusions, which are different from exceptions. Exemptions, exclusions, exceptions. I can't even keep track of it. But there's no policy here. Everybody's just following what Donald Trump says on a day-to-day basis. And what it means is not good things for the next for economic forecast for the next few months at least.
It's the height of irrationality, and also our accusations about drug trafficking are like Nazi-level lies that are projections because of America's complicity in particular Southeast Asia, the drug trade there, the CIA. Like it's crazy that we foreground that even with Canada. Like it's fentanyl, we just deploy this thing that purports to be a civilizational issue, which again, like lots of people's lives have been destroyed through these things. And
I'm gonna have to quit this game and fucking
that are
Kenny and Krista and all of them are still like.
Do we remember that Peter Navarro was like just in prison?
For Cuso.
Yeah, for election denial and you know, he showed his loyalty. That's why he showed me he's a good guy. He's willing to take some pain, like I'm trying to inflict on the rest of the country, because he served for contempt.
I never had this issue, man.
Backing up the dear leader. But this guy's a lunatic, and he was considered a lunatic back in the first Trump era when he was encouraging Trump to go out to embrace hydroxychloroquine and injecting bleach. All of that stuff's from that guy.
Can I say, like, the whole idea that we need to reshore chips or whatever, it's not because he wants us to have good chip manufacturing jobs at a fabricator. It's because they want to go to war with China, so have computer chips.
Oh, jobs. They are firing the federal workforce and openly saying it's because they want to funnel people back into the private sector, which means creating more unemployment to depress wages and depress the labor market. That's their statement.
Yeah,
and they're even saying that they're going to do, don't worry, we'll create other jobs. You can go back to coal mining while we let the robots do this stuff. And pair that with the child labor laws in right-wing states, you get a pretty good picture of what the Trump administration is trying to create here in this country. All right, first a word, we'll get to Roberto in just a second, a word from some of our sponsors here. Prolon. Long weeks and busy weekends, month after month, can make you feeling and even looking a little bit depleted. Prolon works at a cellular level to rejuvenate you from the inside out, supporting enhanced skin appearance and fat loss and improving energy and focus post-fast. Prolon program takes the guesswork out and equips you with a science-backed plan, making it a key tool for your health journey. Sam speaks very highly of Prolon,
How things going with that door?
On my calendar.
Slowly but surely.
You know, my wedding's coming up, and I gotta just like squeeze into that dress. So I'll be doing a little bit of fasting because it also feels good to get your mind right and get all the junk out of your system. Prolon's fasting mimicking diet is a revolutionary plant-based nutrition program that nourishes the body while making cells believe that they're fasting. Researched and developed for decades at USC's Longevity Institute and backed by the leading U.S. medical centers, Prolon helps support healthy blood sugar, enhanced skin appearance, fat loss, and improved energy and focus post-fast. Starts all with a 5-day program. Snacks, soups, and beverages designed to keep your body in a fasting state. No guesswork or planning required. 3 consecutive cycles of Prolon have been shown to reduce your biological age score by an average of 2.5 years in your waist circumference.
Do you ever stop complaining?
Sam did it for a week. Was worried he was going to be cranky.
Look at that, bro. Glitch. Back to this shit.
Be totally okay and felt clear by the end of the week. And I'm excited to get going and trying it myself.
Come on, what are you, chicken?
Prolon is offering you 15% statewide plus a $40 bonus gift when you subscribe to their 5-day nutrition program. Just visit prolonlife.com/majority. That's PROLON life.com/majority to claim your 15% discount and your bonus gift. prolonlife.com/majority. And lastly, SelectQuote. SelectQuote is one of America's leading insurance brokers with nearly 40 years of experience helping over. You want to make sure that you headphones a little weird, so apologies, Roberto.
Come on.
Before we talk about the Pele and his visit today, I think it's helpful to give some people a sense of El Salvador's history with the United States.
Yeah, I think I'll hold on to it.
You were born in the United States, but I know that your family's from El Salvador and you spent your life working in academia, journalism, but also nonprofits helping Salvadoran immigrants. So it seems to me that you've had a foot in both worlds. Can you tell us a little bit more about your background and how it informs your work?
Yeah, I was born in San Francisco Mission District, home to Carlos Santana, which is, and I kind of identify as a child of the 70s when, Santana's music reflects the way that all these different currents of consciousness, black power, brown power, white power,
little help here! Oh, I swear to God, I'm like, in the Walking Dead, bro.
Doors won't close all the way!
Do something!
Here we go!
Break the door with something!
Crispy ass game, bro.
Damn well better.
There's so many of them.
You got the fuel.
Let's not start high-fiving each other just yet. Let's get the hell back to the classroom. Let's hand with these fuel cans. I weigh a goddamn ton.
That's so creepy to see.
I decided that just doing kind of liberal service work.
It's a feature, bro. It's not a bug.
And made this difficult decision to join the FBI guerrillas.
Yeah, we made out pretty good too. Great work, Kenny.
I'm still paying the price psychologically for
How
that.
you doing with that door?
I've also learned a great deal.
Not so good.
I then became a
Let me give you a
writer,
hand.
journalist, and eventually professor now.
Did you get that battery yet?
And I'm astounded at how
That's cool, but also just like, I got a cutscene
kind of politics
when the shit glitched. It said
Salvador
that
country that people didn't even know when I was a kid.
Thanks,
into a
girl.
global center
it has
of
said
neo-fascist
you're the first
theory
one to
and
make it
practice.
back.
We're all in the same team.
And
Well,
let's
shit.
trace that history a little bit, and we can start with your upbringing and how you say you were in a clique. And right now we're seeing the Trump administration attempt to justify its fascism by painting migrants as criminals. We hear a lot about Tren de Aragua, which is associated with Venezuela, and MS-13, which is associated with El Salvador. Can you speak a little bit about how you got, how you found connection in the way you describe it, and how gang ties, very loosely described, are being used against people from El Salvador to really be in the
And one of the things I do in my book is show the human conditions that create gangs and gang members. I was a part of a small clique in San Francisco, nothing like the really hardcore gangs, either here in the U.S., like the Mexican Mafia and other gangs, or Crips and Bloods, and MS-13 and 18th Street in El Salvador, which are structures based on U.S.-style gangs. And so I found friendship and community in a little clique that was, not mostly non-violent, except that different moments were involved in drugs and other stuff, but we were not the hardened, heavy, weapon-wielding gangs of today. And so I started working with gangs in the 90s in LA, where the gangs were born, MS-13 and 18th Street. And, 13, for example, is the letter M, is the number of the letter M, the Salvadoran gangs who were being, people in the gangs that were being bullied and beaten by larger, mostly black gangs in South LA, and decided to start arming themselves with machetes. And then journalists like Lisa Lynn started noticing that these gangs had machetes instead of guns, and started labeling them. Maybe you should go get that battery or help with the medicine. On, the more familiar tattooed faces, tattooed bodies, and more heavily armed gang structures and culture that we know today. And so I've watched as the U.S. local and federal government started taking interest in these gangs, and the project has been bipartisan, Democrat and Republican. They both escalated and used the gangs to legitimate initially local policing of young people. Now you're seeing it become this terrorist
federalized.
Lisa Lynn started calling MS-13 the most dangerous gang in the world, even though we never have any statistical basis to prove any gang is the most violent in the world. It's a ridiculous fact. When you look at it, in 2019, when Trump started using the word terrorist as applied to Salvadoran gang. And then after Bukele was elected that same he started reform aggressively, and you see yeah, the franchise of criminalization and now terrorization of different groups of people is well underway, and it's the biggest, most dangerous thing that's coming out of the Trump Bukele meeting. It's telling, for example, that during the meeting today, Bukele said, and I quote, sometimes they say that we imprison thousands. I like to say that we actually liberated millions. And Trump replies, do you think I can use that?
So where's this battery you found?
Ran off to do something.
Well, she'd better bring it back here. I don't know why you trusted that girl with it. We hardly know her.
She saved your life, didn't she?
Yeah, what has she done for me lately?
I fucking hate Kenny sometimes. I swear to God, Kenny's such a dick. That guy's funny though. What has she done for me lately? It's comedy.
So, you start off with gangs, then you extend it to immigrants generally. As you see Stephen Miller's career, growing, and Trump's own election built up. And so that's where you could, some of the things, it's difficult.
And here they are, openly talking about
the alleyway to the auto shop's down here. You coming or not?
What? Was that the freaking dialogue from like the start of this?
Shit. Mr. Funny must be trapped in there.
And some of you may know me as A.O. Sleep. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you for welcoming me to Los Angeles. And also, happy Passover to all of our friends celebrating this weekend. Thank you. You know, we're all here together because we share the frustration and heartache that comes from watching those in power.
They wandered into the hallway after we got inside. I think they must have heard us rooting around in here. The whole place is infested. They're everywhere.
Calm down. I took care of them. What about the mix? Did we find what we need?
Yeah.
Power, greed, and corruption is taking over this country.
Looks like they were keeping all the prescription meds in that safe, locked up tight.
In America. And
maybe we should try looking somewhere else.
In Crawford? This place is too overrun. No, that safe is our best chance. Yeah, it'd be a hell of a lot quicker if we just knew the four-digit combination.
Oh shit.
Just wrote it down and left it here for us to find. We should just try busting it open. We don't have any other choice.
Okay, you get started. I'll take a look around, see if I can find anything useful.
Our co-workers, U.S. citizens, citizens and immigrants alike are being disappeared off the street by men in vans with no uniform. Educators are being fired for teaching American history accurately, and activists are being detained with no charge or evidence for using their First Amendment rights, especially if they use them for Palestinians. In fact, the Trump administration admits that it has jailed Mahmoud Khalil.
I'm worried that by the time we manage to get this thing open, it may be too
without
late.
any evidence or charge of the crime. The Trump administration admits that they have thrown Mahmoud in a cell thousands of miles
That's great.
away
One down.
because
Where
he
is she?
attended a protest
Took off.
and
Some
are
kind of
detaining
alien
him
she
for the
knew.
content of his
Took
tweets
off?
and nothing more.
With the battery?
In fact,
Yeah. Don't worry. She'll be
in
back.
fact,
I hope so. That girl doesn't really strike me as a teen.
Nobody cares about Molly as in like.
and we demand his release.
I mean, what would they? I mean, I guess the writer. The writers made it very clear that Molly is like the most vicious, vile woman in this group.
Let's just
And we demand their release because we, Los Angeles, we do
Just
have
wanted to
power
thank you
in
for
this
coming
moment.
with us.
All of us do, and everyday people do.
Appreciate it.
In
don't
fact,
mention
you
it.
won't
It's
show
times
up
like
this
these
week,
we
Yeah.
gotta help each other the most, right?
Nah, you help me more
Better
than
than
I help you.
How
How
LA
to-
USC schools to target kids.
I hear you. I feel it. I feel it. I hear you.
School officials
feel it.
claim that they had parents' permission to get to these
I
children from the
feel it. Sonogram blood.
But it wasn't
Shit.
just a lawyer or a judge that said no.
Is it crunchy, bro? Is it like cheese flakes on the pizza when it's over crusted? Or when it's over the crust, should I say?
And it was the teachers and principals that stood strong.
We got, you feel me? We got Crystal. What's going on, baby? What's up? How you doing, sweet cake, sweet cheeks? Miss you, baby. I love you, baby. You know I do love you, girl.
You defended them.
How you feeling, baby? No, I'm playing.
Because it will never be just
I hope I did the right thing. Bring Clementine with us. You know damn well she's gonna get angry with this.
It will
Because
always
leaving her alone with
be the
Odin
people.
didn't seem
The
right.
That's supposed to mean.
Is that supposed to be, bitch? Did you hear me? Or do I go have to go ahead and say it again to you?
That is not going to happen. We're going to get these meds to him, and he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine.
Damn. Fine, damn.
But to get there,
Are you making any progress with the safe?
Yeah, bitch, hurry up. How you doing?
Without the combination, I don't know
because
how
this
we're going to
moment
get this
did
done.
not come out of nowhere.
Well, guess what? Omi's gonna be gone. Bygone. So you feel me? Go ahead and hit me up. Baby girl.
Is directly tied
Okay.
to the growing and
Why are you
extreme
asking
wealth
me?
inequality
It's just
that
that
has
you've
been
been looking a
building
little
for
pale the
years
past
in
couple
America.
Throwing up?
Oh, come on.
It is
You just
not
dug up a
coincidence
rotting dog
that
carcass.
billionaires like
Surprised we
Elon
weren't
Musk
all throwing up.
dump billions of dollars into collections
Worry
of Trump.
about Omid. We've got to get him these meds. Look, Lee, I just want to get back to Omid. Let me do my thing, all right?
Okay. Vernon, Krista, come look at this.
And we also
Day
know
82 since the
that the
outbreak.
agenda of
1547. Dr. Logan in consultation with patient Anna Correa.
to give to the rich is deeply unpopular with people of all backgrounds, all
Regulations.
parties,
Oberson
all
has ordered me to keep records of all medical examinations and consultations. I need you to brace yourself, Anna. The sonogram confirms that you're pregnant.
Oh God, oh God, oh God.
As you know, the rules are very clear. The termination is mandatory.
You don't have to tell them. Tell them it was just nausea. That you gave me something for it and it went away. This is my problem, not yours.
If Oberson finds out that I concealed evidence of a pregnancy, I'm sorry, but these are the rules. I'm going to give you a sedative. It'll make the procedure easier on you.
I don't want the procedure. I want my baby. I can't do this. I can't do this.
Anna, you don't have a choice. Now, if you like, you can take some time with this, but I need you to come back no later than tomorrow, or I'll have no choice but to inform Oberson myself. I'm sorry.
Damn it, we almost had it.
What the hell kind of place was this?
Like Molly said, the worst kind.
Lee, maybe there's another tape. We gotta keep looking.
I think I recognize that doctor. He was one of the walkers out in the alley by the auto shop.
Maybe you should search it, see what he's got on him.
Krista.
I'm busy, Lee. Just let me work.
That it is normal for elected representatives who swear an oath to the American people to day trade individual stocks that make millions with the sensitive information that we are entrusted with.
God damn it.
Make an objective vote on healthcare, energy, or war when their personal money is tied up in pharmaceutical, oil, and
Why is there a TV in a shed though? Was that shit mounted? No, you know what? It wasn't mounted on the wall. I don't think it would be mounted on the wall. I was gonna say, is it gonna be, you know, a thing where it was mounted on the wall? If it was mounted, I don't think it could have fallen. But seeing that it was like a TV from 2004 or whatever, I can see it falling, but it's probably on the shelf. Even then, why would they put a big ass TV on the top shelf, bro? Yeah, baby.
This might be just what we needed.
Yeah, baby.
Vernon said the same
Burning.
information was only 4
That was me. Yes, Lee. Thanks for giving us your introspective, intrusive thoughts. God bless you.
And to be clear, I don't care what position one holds. Members of Congress and elected officials holding and trading individual stocks.
Molly's still not back. Oh, you know what?
And we must ban it.
Yeah.
But I'll give you another example of how shocking and casual it was when I was first elected. Just this year, I was elected, or I was named and appointed to the Powerful Energy and Commerce Committee. This is one of the most powerful committees in all of Congress. And for years, lobbyists worked to keep me off this committee. It oversees 2/3 of the American economy. Healthcare, energy.
I found 2 more tapes.
Yeah.
One of them is dated October 10th.
That's the day after the first one we watched.
Put it in.
Won't be the first time Krista says that. You best believe it.
Have you made a decision?
I thought you said I didn't have a choice.
Well, technically you do. You can terminate the pregnancy or leave Crawford. Of course, that would be a death sentence for both you and your unborn child.
Maybe that's best. I stayed up all last night thinking about this. Why are we even trying to survive? To keep on living, if this is what it takes. If this is what it's turned us into.
I don't make the rules, Anna.
Doctor, I'm begging you. Please help me.
Maybe one day, when things are different, you can try again. But for now, today, we have to do this. No. No.
I think we know what happened to Crawford.
More importantly, we got the combination.
Krista, are you all right? What's wrong?
It's not.
Yeah, baby, tell me what's wrong.
Hard to watch. Don't worry about me. I'm fine.
All right. Let's get those meds and get the hell out of here.
We're in business. Antibiotics, morphine. We'll take as much of this as we can carry. Okay, I think we're good. This is more than enough for your people and
Bro,
mine.
Krista's stupid tall. I just realized she's 6 foot because Lee Everett, I looked it up on Wikipedia. He's like 6 foot 1 or 2 or some shit like that.
All I care.
We'll head back to the classroom. Don't take too long, Lee.
She makes Vernon looks tiny, even though he's kind of the same height, but it's his head that's so huge that just kind of bothers me. Fucking Vernon's got a large cranium.
I have seen firsthand how these groups bully and pressure members of Congress.
Yeah, baby.
Listen, as fun as this was, I have to put a stop to this little arrangement. This is the last I can give you.
Why?
As fun as this was, my guy sounded displeased.
I just can't risk it.
We had a deal.
Yes, we had a deal. We don't anymore.
My sister needs this medicine. Without it, she'll die, or she'll start showing symptoms and they'll take her away. I can't let that happen.
I'm sorry, Molly. I've done all I can, but I have to look out for myself here.
Yeah, that's the Crawford way, isn't it?
Well, shit. Vernon and Krista already took everything we need. No tape inside.
Feel me? Molly's gonna pop out, you feel me? My girl Molly. The reincarnation of Carly.
Can't reach it. It's too high up. Molly, you there? Molly! What the hell is she doing? Molly! What the hell is she doing? Molly! What the hell is she doing? Jesus Christ! Oh, you scared the shit out of me. Where the fuck?
I love how Lee was asking her mom why she wasn't really to be there till now.
Yeah, about that. I'm just kidding. Here you go.
What's that?
Nothing.
Our communities, all of us together.
No!
Voting for Democrats and elected officials who know.
Okay.
No, I'm rewinding that. I really want to hear her shit.
And LA, I want to thank you for working very
No.
hard and doing your best to try to make that happen. In fact, last month.
Ben screws up. It's funny. I feel like I need to go to the medicine part, but I don't know. I feel like it should be realistic. It would be, right? Oh no, never mind. It is this one.
Shit out of here. Where the fuck have you been?
Sightseeing.
I'll take that battery now.
Oh, yeah.
Usually I'll pick I know you lied to me, but then she goes on like, oh, I never lied. It's not that I never lied to you. I just never told you nothing about me being with Crawford. But then again, she did say that she never was in Crawford for that long. She just said she's seen it from the bell towers. She just watched it. I mean, to lie was say. I mean, I think she did lie. Now that I think about it, I think she did say like she never went to Crawford, but the lie is that she was in Crawford or whatever.
Who told you that?
This is the path to guaranteeing health care to every American.
I said there were stories about Crawford.
There you go.
I never said that's how I knew about it. I never lied to you, and even if I did, so what? I don't owe you anything.
You saved my life twice, but you can't tell me the truth.
Yeah, she did.
Are we really gonna
She always says she heard stories about Crawford, but still, like, all
I
things.
used to live here with my sister.
I think there was a point where Lee or Kenny was like, did you live in Crawford, or were you from Crawford, or are you from Crawford, or have you know what I mean, ever interacted with Crawford? And that's what she lied. She doesn't have any connection to Crawford, doesn't know anything about Crawford, hasn't been to Crawford, doesn't know anyone from Crawford, which would be the lie, if it happened. Pretty sure something like that happened.
Kept it a secret. One accident, one bad as long as I could, but in the end, I couldn't protect her.
Yeah, you suck.
Crawford, they always talked about
Oh
how
God.
the system worked.
I love how Telltale loves these kind of characters. The woman who's like a
I
strong,
saw what they'd already
independent woman.
I just wish I could have seen
You had Carly, Lily,
before they came and took
Molly,
my
and
sister.
Jane. Carly being my favorite. Second being place being tied with Molly and Lily. And Jane being the worst.
I didn't have time to take it before I got out of Crawford. I just wanted it, okay?
I would have put I don't care because I really don't.
What the hell?
I think that's our cue to get the hell out of here.
Whoa!
Jesus!
Shit! Ben.
Sorry. I just got spooked by those bells, and then I heard someone coming.
Did you leave Clementine alone?
No, Kenny's with her. We still can't open that armory door. He sent me out to look for something we can use to bust it open. I found this.
Ben? Where did you get that?
I just found it. It was stuck in the door handle at the end of the hallway back there.
Oh no. Shit!
Shoot this fucker! Thanks.
It wasn't me!
Good going, kid. Nice shot. Thanks.
What the fuck is going on?
They're coming.
Oh, shit.
That ought to hold them.
Sure, but now how do we get out?
Through the armory. We can just get this damn door open.
Come on, damn you!
This is my fault, all my fault.
What the hell's he babbling about?
Ben, we talked about this.
No, wait. I want to know what he meant. What do you mean this is all your fault?
Penny, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, man.
Kid, this ain't the best time. Whatever you did, save it for later.
I opened the door. I let them in.
I said save it for after we get out of here.
Fine. Go ahead. Tell them.
It's been me all along, putting all of us in danger. Katja and Duck, it was all me. It was all me.
Wait a minute. What are you saying?
It was me who made the deal with the bandits at the motor inn, slipping them supplies. I thought maybe I could keep them off our backs. When it got discovered, that's when they attacked. That's when Duck...
Kenny, man, I agree with you. You should kick his ass. But now's not the time. We gotta focus on getting out of here.
You little pissant! You're fucking dead! You hear me? Dead! My wife and child, you gotta both fucking kill!
Kenny, listen to me. You can whip his skinny little ass later. But right now, we gotta go!
Nice group you got here.
Not the time, Molly.
If this asshole thinks he's getting on my boat after what he did, he's out of his motherfucking mind! You hear me, shitbird? You can stay behind and fucking rot!
Kenny, I know you're upset. I understand. But you don't get to make a decision like that on your own. We're all in this together. We're a group.
Sure, take a vote. This is America. Fuck it. But before you all decide, there's something you ought to know. The boat's not big enough for all of us. Somebody's got to get left behind. Might as well be this piece of shit right here.
Well, I vote we leave him. I'm sorry, Ben. I know you mean well, but all I want to do is get back to Omid, and you put that at risk.
Wait, don't I get a vote?
No. Leave his ass, bro. We cut him loose.
I'm sorry. I've got to do what's best for the group. And that means cutting you loose.
What about the rest of us? Don't we get a say?
Now can we go?
Damn right. Vernon, come on! So much for the
I love this little like scene action thing right here, man. The little section.
I want to thank the musicians. That's it. You didn't close that door behind us?
I couldn't. The lock was busted.
Great. Just fucking great. Come on. There's got to be a way out down here.
Fuck! That's not gonna hold. Back upstairs!
Lee, look!
I love this section right here. It's the only really good section where you get like a limited fucking How they're gonna get over this? Oh, what the fuck? She wasn't even there. Check this out, bro. Look how Lee shoots the gun right here. Like, check this out.
It's in both, like a mullet thing. You know, I'm trying to think of where to use in the plaza. So it's gotta be right there, right? Speaker?
What?
Come on!
It's all right, Clem. I'm fine. Any way out of here?
This leads to the roof. We might be able to find a way down from there.
You didn't come into town from the railroad, did you?
Yeah. Why?
Never mind. I can see the sewer where we came in from here. I think we can do this.
Well, what are we waiting for? Go! Go!
Ben, come on, let's go! Hold on, Ben. I've got you! Ben, climb up! Come on, you can do it!
There's no time! You have to go! Now!
Quit fucking around, Ben! Come on!
Let go, damn it! Get Clem and the others out of here!
Lee.
Lee, we both know. Let me go.
I remember my first playthrough, I let him go, bro. I almost always let him go, but ever since I found out about that one thing where Kenny actually goes and saves himself, whatever the fuck, well, supposedly redeems himself, really, but I mean, I think it's just bullshit. I think it's just another way Telltale The Walking Dead trying to make it seem like the player or Lee is very morally good. Which I really don't think they did a poor choice of doing it.
Krista, everything okay?
Omid!
Clem, stay back. Don't get any closer.
I never should have left you. I'm so sorry.
Krista, get away from him.
Hey. Back already?
We got you medicine.
Good. Feel like I could use some. You okay, kid? You look worse than I do.
We almost didn't make it out of there because of this asshole. Should have left him behind when we had the chance.
That's so goddamn.
There are more moderate Republicans in the Senate.
That's so gruesome. Fucking Kenny. I didn't get that the last couple times I played.
Let me know if you need it.
51.
Thanks, Doc.
Yes, thank you so much.
Maybe now's a good time for you and me to have a little talk in private.
Listen, man. About what happened to Bree.
Don't beat yourself up over it. There was nothing you could have done. You want to know the worst part?
What?
I don't feel much. I mean, I don't feel enough. Shouldn't I be broken up over what happened to her? That's how I was when I lost my daughter. When I lost my friends in those first few weeks. But now, it's like I just take something like this in stride. Like this is what our world is now, and we...
You're in my world now.
I'm no longer talking about how we're moving the oligarchy. I'm talking about how we are living today
I
in
know
an
you care
oligarchy.
about your appetite. Anyone can see that. And I know you
3
want
months ago,
what's
when
best.
Trump was inaugurated,
This plan of yours,
standing right
putting
behind
everyone on
him
a
during his
boat, no
inauguration,
destination.
were the 3 wealthiest people in this country that
Somewhere where she
the
can be
surveys
safe, because I don't. So I want to make you an offer.
and Mr. Zuckerberg.
I think it's stupid, bro. What's the alternative? Go to like back to the underground shelter?
Behind them
him
take her
were
off your hands.
13 other billionaires who Trump had nominated
Well
to head up
supplied.
Yeah, okay, so like, what, you think the fallout shelter is better?
Now Crawford's fallen. We
And
got
that,
nothing
brothers
left
and
to fear
sisters,
from them.
He really thinks Clem. It's so stupid. I don't even think, like,
Safer than she will be
You know,
if she
lately,
stays with you.
given what's happening in America,
That's what you want for
I've been
her, isn't
remembering the
it? To be
history
safe.
lessons that I learned when I was in the 6th grade. And I remember, and I think many of you will recall, you think about
Of
your
course, take your
education.
time. But I
You
want you
remember
to think
hearing
about
about Abraham Lincoln on the fields of
it's
Gettysburg
so stupid, bro.
in 1863. That was
Like,
just a few days after
Telltale.
Yeah, I saw it at SDL. I guess it's just like really depressing for me to talk about a political
You
situation
might have
in
brought
which
her this far, but sooner or
the
later she
world's
might
wealthiest
ask
man
you for
fought the
more
election
than you
and
can give her.
presides as a wannabe shadow
I'm
president
sorry
and
if
laughing
that's
crying
hard to
emoji.
hear.
The one guy who keeps correctly saying over and over that the thing that he did happen. You know, it's just I don't know.
Doesn't make sense. Vernon's like, what, around 4 or 5. Dude, that fool couldn't even kill Lee. When Lee broke into their shelter or whatever, he couldn't even, like, contemplate what to do. He was shaking, bro. He could have gotten killed. Lee could have threatened him. And he's telling me that Clementine would be better off with him, bro. He can't even care about himself like that.
Yeah, I'm about to head out. I just wanted to say thanks for everything. It's been fun.
So that's it? After all we've been through, you're just gonna leave?
Yeah, I figured you don't owe me anything. I got what I wanted in Crawford, and I never did like the water.
Where will you go?
I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get there.
What do you want me to tell the others?
Tell them whatever you want. I'm not real big on goodbyes. Tell Clementine she's going to be okay. You've got a good one there. She reminds me of me.
Like, bro, that Vernon is dude as well with, like, Boyd and the other dude with cornrows or whatever. The one elderly woman. Bree and Vernon. I think there was another one, but either way, it's like, it was like 4 or 5 of them. 6 the most. All cancer survivors, all old, above the age of like 50 or 60.
Decimating USAID, which, by the way, means that hundreds
of LA liberals unambiguously in favor.
Is Ben going to be okay? He doesn't seem the same since he got back.
Ben's a good kid. I think he's just feeling guilty about some of the decisions he's made. He's gotten a feeling like he's a burden on the rest of us.
Before we leave tomorrow, will we have time to look for my parents?
We can't, Clem. I'm sorry.
But they're in Crawford somewhere. They have to be.
Clementina, I know you don't want to give up on him. But Crawford's just like every other place now. If your parents are there, they won't be like you remember them. And they won't remember you at all. I'm sorry, Clementine. I'm so sorry.
I did not think Lee was gonna say all of that. They won't remember you, and you won't remember. Because usually I just pick there might be time. She gets in a fight, from what I remember. So I'll pick this one.
In America, one person, one vote.
Damn.
Not billionaires.
Clementine? 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 Clementine!
God damn it.